All right, you're all set. Thank you.
Okay, we're all set?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the OGAT meeting of February 4th, 2021. I'm the chairman of Orange Government Access Television, Saul Silverstein. On the top right on your screen is Ron Davis, our coordinator. On the left top of your screen is Chris Kelly, our assistant coordinator. Lower left corner is Bob Kelly, committee member. Center in the second row is Mike Muddett, committee member. On the right square is Marlene Silverstein, our recording secretary, and it may not show up on the screen, but Gary Del Piano, another committee member, is on by phone. So let us get going. Everybody should have the agenda. The first item is questions and comments. Does anyone on the committee have any questions and comments? Hearing none, let's move on to approve the minutes of the January 7th meeting. I will take a motion to approve that meeting. I see Mike and then Bob Kelly gets the second. Thank you. Is there any discussion of those minutes? No. In that case, I will take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye, aye. It's unanimous. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the budget. So I have sent you all the budget. 2 pages. The first page is the general fund. So we are 7 months into the fiscal year. We spent about 24% of the miscellaneous supplies.
Lost Ron.
Hello?
We lost Ron. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just noticed that.
All right. Hope he gets back on.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for him.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay, so the as I said, the miscellaneous supplies line item is 24% spent. The temporary salaries, recording secretary is 20% spent. The coordinators and assistant coordinator salaries are both just about 58% spent. And the temporary camera operators budget is 36% spent. That's probably low because of the COVID situation. We were for several weeks or months, we were unable to employ temporary camera operators. Any questions on the general fund portion of the budget? No. The flip side is the CAC grant portion of the budget, and it has not changed because we spent all the money, so nothing's going to change on this page. So that's just there for reference. Any questions on either of those budget pages? No?
Is there still a problem with the town finance reporting this?
There is an issue with the new accounting system. They cannot seem to get the page that shows our CAC grant line items to print out properly with all the account line items that belong to us and without account items that belong to other departments. So it always shows 2 extra line items that are not ours, and it's not showing 1 line item that is ours. I will, they're still working on it. They're having some growing pains with this new software. I will be in contact with the town treasurer to see if there's something that can be done to fix that going forward by the time we get the next grant out.
Will be in the next fiscal year.
Well, the grant won't come in till the next fiscal year, so next fiscal year, yeah. Assuming we get grant funding. And that's it for the budget. Next item is the coordinators report, and Ron is still offline, so I'm not. I guess I will go through it with you. We had a lot of items, programs on this month. There were basically, if you look at the first page, it shows something like 34 programs. 19 of them were new, and the rest were programs that were recorded in prior months. Most of the programs were done virtually. They were live. They were recorded live and virtually, and then shown. The recordings were then shown also. I think only one meeting was actually not virtual, and that was the Board of Education. They seemed to be able to have figured out how to run their meetings in person in their meeting room. On the second page is the first item is disc sets played, and that shows we run each program 3 times a day, so that each 8-hour period of the day shows the same programs, and that changed 4 times in the month of January. It changed on the 1st, the 5th, the 17th, and the 28th. That's when we updated the programs that are being shown. And on the 1st, there's something interesting is going on. Program number 21, which was the tractor parade that was part of the holiday celebration. That program in that 8-hour period occurred 5 times. And usually we only show a program once in an 8-hour period. So I'm assuming we didn't have that because of the COVID situation. I'm assuming a lot of our regular programs are short. And so that doesn't really fill up the 8 hours with just those programs. Is that what
I think the tractor parade was more of like a little filler to have between programming.
Okay.
So I don't think it was like the lack of programming that we were just using it to kind of fill some gaps, when things didn't really fill up, when, sometimes there's like 15, 20-minute gaps. So
okay.
It was a good filler for that.
Yeah. The alternative is to just, if you have two meetings of the same committee that are, like a month apart, you could show both the last month's and this month's, I guess, if you really need to fill up the space, or throw in, you threw an the orange 150 film. There's also an orange 125 that you could throw in.
175.
175, I'm sorry. And
I would like to see the 125.
There's some public service announcements that we can throw in also.
Yep.
Safe winter driving and things like that. So that you don't have to show the same program like 5 times within that 8-hour slot.
I think the program was only like 10 minutes. So it was very short.
Yeah.
I wanted people to see it,
Yeah. No, I'm sure they had the opportunity 5 times in each 8-hour period, or 15 times in 24 hours, Okay. So during January, we had 18 meetings and one other event. The other event was a regional economic outlook program that I guess did not go live. It only was shown, it was recorded and then shown later.
Yeah.
And that was actually a Zoom meeting that was recorded. Presentation. In terms of hit data for the month, we're still having, I spoke to Chris yesterday, and I guess he finally, he had some difficulty setting up an account with Google Analytics to monitor our live hits and VOD hits on TelView. And so we still do not have TelView data available in terms of hit counts, but we do have YouTube data. And for the month of January, it says December on the coordinator report. We'll have to fix that. That's just a typo. We had 350 live and VOD hits on YouTube. And in terms of comments that Ron wrote, the town continues to hold many of the official meetings. In fact, almost all the meetings are held virtually, and we've cable cast almost all of them live. And we've, as he says, we've continued to stream meetings on YouTube and TelView. There were a few stalled programs in January, but no large issues. And I guess he made some progress on the Police Academy town talk meeting. All of those sessions, and there were 8 or 10 of them, I think, he had recorded on tape, and he'd spent several hours converting those recordings to a compatible, editable format that Chris can use. And I guess he says he's going to begin editing, or he and Chris will be editing those programs shortly. That's it for the report. Any questions on things that happened in January? No. Okay, I will take a motion to approve this report with the correction of where it says December live hits and VOD hits and and December YouTube live hits and VOD hits to
So moved.
January.
And
So
second.
moved.
Okay, I got the motion from Bob Kelly, the second from Mike Muddett. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And that one was unanimous also. Thank you. Next is action items, and we have several open ones. I think Chris and I spoke a little before the meeting, and Chris had a very, very, very busy month on other things. So you did not make substantial progress on any of the open ones that you're responsible for?
Let me go through that real quick. I can let you know. But
The Police Academy Town Talk, it looks like Ron made some progress. I don't know if you were involved or not.
no, that was something he did on his time.
All right.
And then, yeah, let's see. We got Town Talk. The procedures for recording and broadcasting, I'm still working on. And that's for both Zoom and Teleview.
Yeah.
I made progress on the quotes for Board of Ed, but I need to ask Matt Olring a few things because we're going to be using their room and we're going to be using their internet connection. So I need to kind of just understand some of the specifics and what he would like to do.
Who is this individual?
He's the IT director at Board of Ed. So I just want to set up a time, just to briefly talk about what I had in mind, and maybe if he has any input, I'd like to hear his input before finalizing the items that I need.
Okay.
So that's something I would like to work on this month. And the equipment schematic, I have made some progress on that, but I don't have it complete. I just recently got Microsoft Visio for making it easy to do diagrams like that. So I got that about a week ago. So now I'm going to be working on completing that diagram so that we can all see how things are connected.
Okay. All right. Any questions on those action items for Chris? Nope. Okay, that takes care of that. CAT grant. Well, we've spent all the money from the last CAT grant and all the equipment is up and running, I take it.
Yep.
And we did have an issue with one piece of equipment that we talked about last month that failed, and you were going to contact New Tech, the manufacturer.
Yep.
And I think you told me yesterday that you had contacted them and you have to send it back.
Yep, I'm getting the replacement, I think, on Friday. And then I have instructions that they're sending along with that to send the broken one back. And all we have to do is cover shipping to send the broken one back. And that's pretty much it. Because we have the ProTech, we're covered. They send us a replacement right away, no hassle. So it's nice to have that coverage. Makes things very quick.
So we get that in a few days, you said, Friday.
Yeah, we should get it by the end of the week. Yep, tomorrow. I actually just got some shipping information on that this afternoon.
All right.
It has been shipped.
All right, great. Do we know when the next CAC grant application is coming? I'm asking our recording secretary because she deals with that also.
Yes, I will be sending it out very shortly.
Okay, shortly.
Yeah, probably within the next 2 weeks.
And that'll be due when? In July?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So again, as always, I ask our membership to make any suggestions for equipment we would like to purchase.
Mhm.
And Chris is working, as he said a few minutes ago, he's working on equipment to upgrade the Board of Education meeting room to be more compatible with what we have in the town hall meeting room.
Mhm.
Any questions on that? No. Next item is equipment inventory, and no new equipment since last time, so no updates. And the final item on the agenda was the Town Talk program. We just talked about that a few minutes ago. Ron has made some progress, and Chris and Ron should be able to work on it again in the near future, and hopefully get the program packaged and done.
Yep, that's the plan.
Okay, are there any other questions or comments or concerns from the committee?
Motion to adjourn?
Gary made the motion to
So
adjourn,
moved.
and Bob Kelly seconded it, so
Yes.
we are out of here. Thank you all for your
Thank you.
participation.
Have a good month.
Have a good month.